Hi, my name is Nina Fischesser, and I'm the director of the Blue Ridge Wildlife Institute at the May Wildlife Rehabilitation Center in Banner Elk, North Carolina. We are part of Lees McRae College, and we have a fantastic wildlife biology concentration in wildlife rehabilitation. Students come here and they work with over 1,000 animals every year that are admitted to the center for our help.
There. So when we get birds in, they go in a cage that fits their injury or their size, and from there we have to feed them proper diet during the day. If they're an insectivore, they must get insects such as mealworms, which is what we feed them here at the Wildlife Center, and they can get crickets too. For seed eaters, they of course get seed, and for babies they get a mix of seed and cat chow mixed together. So their enclosure consists of a towel, perches, and then their food and water. This must be changed out multiple times a day so that they are constantly clean and not getting any infections. And their perches have to be a proper size or proper roughness so that their feet don't get hurt. So the wrong perches, if they're placed in the cage, can cause sores on their feet, which is also called bumblefoot. And that will also prolong their stay here at the Wildlife Center. Okay, so snakes eat once a week here when we get them in, and they have to be soaked for about half an hour once a week or twice a week. And then when we get in turtles, we have to soak them very often so that they can absorb more fluid. Reptiles, when they come in, they have to have a proper enclosure. For turtles, we give them dirt and a big water bowl so that they can soak during the day. They also get peat moss so that they can burrow in the ground.
Welcome to our mammal room. We can get anything in here from possums, squirrels, occasional groundhogs, chipmunks. Basic care for a mammal is just making sure you try and do least amount of contact as possible and give them the proper food for a squirrel. This can go anywhere from what we call monkey biscuits, which is high in protein. Also, they get anything from corn, veggies such as carrots, squash, zucchini, and any other kind of vegetables that we get here at the center. And possums are different from squirrels. These are all nocturnal creatures, which means they're going to sleep during the day and be active at night. We'll get anything from fruits, veggies, hard-boiled eggs, mice. These are scavenger animals, so just about we can throw anything into their food diet. The things that go into these animals is you have to peel the fruits or veggies. The skin of the fruit and veggies can choke the animals. Rafter room can be our most dangerous room down at the center, only because we can work with anything from a red-tailed hawk to a sharp-shinned hawk, and also the red-shouldered hawk. Also, raptors can consist of various owls, such as the eastern screech owl, or the barred owl, or the great horned owl. Every single one of these animals have what we call talons, which are very sharp claws on their feet, and each one can produce a certain amount of pounds of pressure, and depending on the animal, they can break a bone or a hand given the circumstances. You have to also be able to maintain their talons and their beak. If their beak gets too long, it can cause harm or break to the bird itself, and same with talons. If their talons start to grow too long, they can start stabbing their own feet with their talons. So the way we do this is we will take a nail clipper or a trimmer and we will shape it down. The food and preparation that goes into taking care of raptors is mostly meat. Red-tailed hawks can eat anywhere from 90 to 120 grams of mice a day. These guys need to be looked at in their cage a couple times a day to make sure that their cages are well maintained. If not, their feces can build up, and which can cause parasites, which means they'll have to go on special medication, and that requires them to stay here longer than what they were attended. Also, these guys, if they are not properly given the right perches to stand on, they can also get bumblefoot on their feet.
this is our ICU, and when we bring a bird in, this is the first place they go. They get examined, they get checked head to toe, and made sure that they are either okay, or we find out what's wrong and try to fix the problem as soon as we can. They are closely watched over and are looked at more often than the other animals here, so that we know they're doing an okay job.
A lot of grunt work that goes into it is scrubbing cages that animals have just departed from, or cutting up and gutting mice for the raptors that need the food for during the day. A lot of this stuff can be gruesome at times and is not fun at all, especially when the winter months come and students are having to be outside in the cold with a hose and a scrub brush out there for maybe an hour to an hour and a half, just scrubbing cages, making sure all the poop is off of the cages so they are ready to go for the next animal that comes here.
So as you can see, there's a lot of work that goes into wildlife rehabilitation. It's really not just a job where you punch in at 8 and leave at 5. It's a lifestyle. Students are here well after the daylight hours are over, and they're working with the animals into the night, and they start very early in the morning, and we go to great efforts to make sure that the animals stay wild. That's a very important aspect of what we do here. And call us first to see whether it needs help and what to do with it and how to care for it temporarily until they can get it to us. Because all of our people, whether it's a student or myself, are trained to take care of these animals properly. So our number is 828-898-2568. Please call us, and if you can, donate.